firsthand accounts about what exactly happened here, and it involves what that woman describes as one shooter going in to the Sky Meadow Country Club here where this all unfolded. There was a wedding that was going on, but according to that witness, she said the shooting occurred in a restaurant that is adjacent to the ballroom for the wedding. She described hearing several gunshots, and that's when people eventually ran for cover. As you can imagine, it's a wedding, there's loud music and just lots of noise in general, so people didn't know exactly what it was at first. People described hearing the gunshots, and then she says someone yelled gun, and that's when everyone ran for cover. Now, the scene is up the road for me here. This is a fire station that's right around the corner, so the people who were at the wedding, they came down to this fire station. A bus took them to the Sheraton Hotel, which is also down the street from here, just a couple of minutes away. That's the reunification center, and it's also where the woman who was at the wedding says that's where they were spending the night, the hotel for the wedding. Now, we do want to play you some sound from this woman. Again, this is just confusion and utter chaos she describes. Listen here.
We had just gathered around the dance floor. We were about to do a Greek smashing of the plates and throwing the dollar bills. The bride had just come up to me and gave me the plates to say, all right, you give this to my husband. And all of a sudden we heard pop, 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 pop. Heard 5 shots. All of a sudden heard gun, chaos, screaming, and then running. It was just the scariest thing I've ever experienced in my life. I heard people yelling. I ran and knew that the gunman came from the restaurant, which is right on the other side of the door. I was on the left side. I knew that he was on the side. If I went through the doors to my left, it would have brought us to the outside doors. And the gunman was in that area, so I knew not to go out that way. So I hid under a table. I just heard the commotion, heard someone running through. He went into the kitchen area and heard people making comments about he had blood on him.
So that woman also says that the gunman, he ran through the wedding itself. So the shooting occurred in the Prime restaurant, which is right next to it, and the shooter ran through the wedding itself. That woman also says that someone at the wedding, a good Samaritan there, grabbed a chair, hit the suspect over the top of the head, which caused him to apparently drop the gun that was at the center of all of this. That's when she says that he took off running and ran away from that scene. Now, police say that they do have one suspect in custody at this point. There were reports originally that there may have been 2 suspects, so police were searching at another location in nearby Dunstable, Massachusetts, but they went back, looked at the video footage. They determined that no, there was only 1 suspect. They say now there is no threat to the public, but we do know that 1 person is dead as a result of this shooting, at least 1 person. Several other people also injured. We also spoke off camera with a woman who works for the venue. She says that one of her coworkers was shot in the face, and it was just a terrible situation here. But Maria, Jessica, we'll send it back to you.